week. This is a best of 3 that you cannot miss. Team Ray versus Vamos as they hit the field. Let's see where their junglers are going to start.
I'm just hoping that Clockwood reminds me of Super Prince.
Oh, I hope so too.
Maybe not exactly the same, but like, if you just like make me think of Super Prince, that should be good enough.
I mean, if he does the play where he TPs like off the map in the base, that's probably as close as you can get, right?
Yeah.
In the meantime, we see that the openers are strong. They're going to be starting on the same side of the map. Oh, actually, orange buff starts for both junglers, but with a leash.
I don't really see this. Usually CC goes for Festival of Blood, but he goes for Master Assassin.
I guess he wants the extra bit of damage, I suppose, but that also hurts his sustainability later down the line. I mean, you can see that it's doing pretty decent damage onto Eevee so far, bringing him down to 50%.
I guess maybe that's the tech. You're like, this Hilda is pretty tanky. You gotta be different, right? So
yeah.
I wonder if he's still just gonna go for a War Axe and then just defensive items, or do I actually have one more damage item, say a Hunter Strike?
I suppose. He could just hold on to the Fury Hammer, to be fair, but he still has the fighter emblems regardless, so he's naturally going to have some vamp. Down by the bottom side, however, as we see the junglers hit level 4 on time, I'm curious to see how Chibi is going to utilize that shadow form, right? Is he going to explore the map straight away? Is he going to be waiting for opportunities? Is he going to utilize it to steal away enemy jungle? I'm curious to see what his take on it, because he is one of the fastest farming junglers we have in the league. Personally,
for me, the best way that you can go about it is actually go towards Dinesh and force out the ult before a turtle, before a lord, so that they don't have that advantage in that neutral team fight.
Okay. That's assuming that Dinesh hits that level 4 on the time. For now, still hasn't hit it. He's about to clear up that mid wave. Should just be like one tick away. Yeah, very close. TP comes on through. GB nearly steals it away, but Lear gets it instantly as Hilda's right on top of him. They force themselves back. Dinesh hits level 4 on time, and Zorn ends up going down. Lazir so far ahead as of yet. Look at the EXP difference as he's able to secure at least one of those EXP crabs on the top side of the map. Neutrals falling into the hands of Team Ray.
Yeah, I saw that Nets had a positive trade against Trap. Trap taking quite a bit of damage. And as of right now, Gideon, Team Ray's draft is already looking very, very solid in the terms of how they're playing it. Zorn was caught off guard, and Maybe he thought Zorn was in there.
Maybe, but now GB right on top of Lazir for now. Taking his time, Clockwood maintaining that distance as Eevee leaves the lane super early, and unfortunately for Smooth, he cannot keep up with that movement speed.
Yeah. So, Chad, what do you think about that flicker, though?
Yeah.
What do you think about that flicker, though?
It was an interesting call indeed. Zorn holding on to his empowered auto, sees Eevee, and I think that they need to start split pushing right now. I mean, Smooth, he's got a free lane to do what he wants to the turrets, and if he needs to build up his first items fast, turret plating is a great way of finding that extra bit of finance.
Yeah, unfortunately, we see that this Kalia is not as aggressive because, again, where's the damage going to come from? But the good thing is, Chibi hasn't really been interrupted.
No, he hasn't. Wait. Kalia looks for the Tsunami Slam. Doesn't find anything there. Instantly Trap able to punish Zorn as we see the Netherrealm come out. Chibi is trying to cut through as much of the temp HP as possible. As now, Espresso all by himself. A dive angle not possible as the wave has been cleared.
I'm pretty sure they're like hitting themselves that they didn't kill Clockwood there. Clockwood had no HP. Because of his passive, he got that shield by combining the yin-yang reaction, but I don't know. Like it was a good thing. Don't force it, right? You know, macro is great. Macro is great. Macro is nice.
Macro is very, very good. I think Zorn needs to find a different target here. So far, attempted to go on to Trap with Tsunami Slam. Does not work the way he thinks it works. Instant Purify there. Trap needs to get out of that. Not having to worry about too much. And Dinesh still has his own Purify, right? So again, there needs to be some investment to get these battle spells out of Team Ray.
Yeah, Dinesh now having that Enchanted Talisman is going to be more difficult. Oh, hold on, they got one.
Yep, onto Virgie, however, he's able to tank through, loses 75% of his HP, so close to death, and unfortunately Chibi didn't get the jump. Forced out back into human form.
If this continues on, I might have to put my blazer back on.
Oh boy, things are not heating up. It's getting kind of cold. Smooth does get a split push on the side to find the first turret of the game. And Team Ray, I will say, somebody has got to punish Eevee for walking out of his lane so very often and missing waves like that. And I think that, unfortunately, Smooth, he found the first punish. We need to see it. We need to see it tenfold.
Yeah, honestly, the longer I look at this draft, the more it doesn't make sense. Especially considering that Smooth went for Master Assassin instead of the Festival of Blood. At this point, I hope it's some kind of visual bug. You know, like maybe we're wrong. But if that's the case, like, where's the front line? And I told you, like, this Kalia is a fighter support, but the defensive stats is that of a support.
Yeah,
She's not tanky.
The worst part is that there's not much disengage, right? The only disengage you have is Clawkun. The TP being set up here. Oh, wow, okay. They send in the Chibi Shadow form, instantly breaking it. That means top tier 1 going to fall. However, we might see a double trade. Chibi gets attacked by Lazir from that top side, but they will claim T1 on both mid and bot side. No, they don't even break it.
Blue team turret has been
Okay, to break it, but
destroyed.
now I don't know what Vamos's win condition at this point. Like, it's just farm, and then a good TP by Clawkun. But I don't know, like, the way that they engage the fight is going to be very, very tricky, especially with Zor not having a good game, 0-2-0.
I agree. I think it's really hard, but I think that Team Ray, unfortunately, cannot keep up with the mobility unless they make the first move. And yes, they do. Right on top of Zorn. He gets on out of there. Shibi in that shadow form. He gets broken. Smooth. Oh, no. He's in trouble. He quickly pops the Vengeance. They've got what they want, and now the neutral objective falls into the hands of Team Ray.
This is... Chibi must really not like this feeling. He goes in, instantly gets blasted. Like, uh-oh. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Escape, but still.
Okay, goes back
And instantly busted.
Instantly. Oh, chops it just in time. Clawkun able to get the yin-yang reaction, just enough damage. Vengeance already popped. The Zorn is trying to peel away that front line. His trap takes that T1. Netherrealm as well. Crossbow of Tang onto... Oh, Zorn manages to get out just in time. Conceals to sneak away. 2 for nothing except the T1 mid side. And Vamos looks for more. Doesn't find it.
Yeah. Team Ray is a very slippery team. Like, Lazir has a dash, Dinesh has a speed up, and 1-1 is just generally very fast, especially once she has 2 attack speed items. It looks like Vamos, they're trying to play off of over-aggression coming in from Team Ray, and then possibly trying to punish with the yin and reaction of Clawkun, and then an eventual setup by, follow-up by Chibi as well as Nespresso.
Yeah, I think that's their best bet. I feel like Team Vamos, they got to work Team Ray like dough, right? They got to pull them apart, push and pull constantly in this particular matchup. And if Team Ray breaks up too far from their 5, they're going to have to sacrifice resources on the map. And I think that's something that Team Vamos needs to do more often than not to keep Chibi in this.
Yeah, we can see that Vamos, they're basically turning up like the majority of this game. For the first 8 minutes, they're basically like defending their own base, making sure that no one gets too much. Like, maybe you can get 1 or 2 turns, but you're not going to jump all the way into our inhibitors.
Yep, they're grouping up very, very hard here, which actually works in favor of Team Ray, who wants to stay as a death ball of 5. Eevee, on the other hand, making sure that Trap is okay, clearing up the bushes aggressively. Notices where Clawkun is, but it's not much he can do about it for now. Clawkun can't even break through the Blessing the Wilderness Shield.
Yeah, I kind of do want Eevee to be like slightly bit more aggressive, but yeah, probably being... Oh, hold on, he got caught?
Yep, Vengeance already popped here. He's all by himself. Nespresso cutting through that Vengeance. Doesn't mind losing 50% of his HP because Dinesh now is also low. He's holding on to that Netherrealm as they TP behind. Nespresso takes out Dinesh. Lazir finds that Lord. Chibi hovering between the walls, and it looks like they found their angle to cut through Team Ray as Trap makes a run for it.
So again, this is like them playing off of chaos. Like, wait for Team Ray to overextend, and I guess in that kind of situation, Eevee overextended, and then they just go all in. Nespresso is 3-0-3. It looks like, give him carrying, it's all good.
Yep.
Eventually, it will work out.
Eventually, they say. But Team Vamos, it's a very tight win condition. Team Ray has probably learned quite a bit from that engagement alone. This is precious time that Team Vamos has been looking for, and honestly, they're pulling back the lead to their side.
Yeah. Surprisingly, Smooth is still 0-0-5. I thought Smooth would get punished, but again, Vamos, they've been turtling quite a lot throughout this game. Team Ray, I want to see some forced engages, but maybe they just don't have a good chance yet.
Yeah, maybe not yet. Trinity completed by Nespresso. Very close for Chibi as well. Finally, we do see the Enchanted Talisman, so Falcon's going to be part of everything. Tsunami Slime already out. Netherrealm as well. GB is going to try and chunk as many as possible. Fortunately, Shadow Form is going to get broken. Smooth finds Eevee, and with that Vengeance, buys just enough time to survive the burst from Team Ray.
Oh, Clock wants more.
He wants it. TP's only Smooth. They know that they're going to be on the top side, but nobody's willing to approach. Team Ray, they don't know how many have recalled. Dinesh doesn't realize this. Smooth is right on top of him. Ghostbusters is out. And now, Lazier just convoying, making sure that everybody walks away safely.
Yeah, I guess this is the danger of a carry. Even with that Vengeance, Eevee couldn't really tank that. So, like, he couldn't tank it with Dinesh having the Netherrealm as well. So that does show that they gotta kill Nespresso somehow. If they can get him, probably a win.
Yeah, he's pretty short ranged. I think there's definitely an angle for it if Lazier can get on top, but so far they're just playing traditional front to back, right? Chibi now complete with the Trinity. Lazier already with his 4th item complete.
Yeah, now it looks like Smooth is able to get the purple buff. I wonder where Vamos wants to play for, because for Team Ray, they gotta be careful if they tunnel vision for that Lord, you know, doing the Lord dance. The diversion can come from many different angles that can catch them off guard. And we see that Team Ray, front to back, amazing. But once Vamos approaches them from basically all angles, right? Trapping them, it could be a bad thing.
Yeah, here comes the Conceal. Unstoppable Force in towards Smooth. Gets thrown all the way back. Pops the Vengeance. Instantly bursts him down. One problem solved as they find the pick that they were looking for.
Yeah, but the thing is, Lord is spawning in 10 seconds. I believe that Vamos can delay it long enough for Smooth to come back into the fight.
Oh, Falcon TPing out in the open. Oh, hey, actually finds Lazier. Gets out of there. With the help of the Blade Surge tap, GB is going to cut down Eevee because he knows that he has just enough damage. Chops him, finds the trade. Vengeance down and Eevee's life along with it.
Yeah, honestly, that's what they've been doing all this. Oh, Trap wants to go in.
Oh, he wants it. Crossbow tank angle. Oh, Wisdom Nature's already out. He doesn't find the last weakness point, and Chibi's on top of him. He cuts right through the Netherrealm as Zorn ends up dying. Chibi finds the kill, and Lazier secures the Lord.
Okay, so far, Gator, I don't know what to make of this match because too many things is happening at the same time. You know, Lazier soloing the Lord, everyone else fights. Trap playing like an EXP leader is like, I'll zone them away.
He was confident he was going to get that crossbow of tank. I'll give it to him. He was so close to doing so, but in doing so, ends up overextending. And it did cost him his life. Luckily, Dinesh did not need to lose his Purify for it, but without that Netherrealm, it's a little awkward, and I think the hardest part is going to be the siege.
So, Clock doesn't remind me of Super Friends, but honestly, having 100% kill participation, not bad. Actually looking pretty good.
He's doing pretty good. He hasn't found like as many successful TPs, but regardless, the tool is at their disposal and they're utilizing it for Chibi to get on some primary targets here and opening up a map in interesting ways.
Honestly, it's mostly by sending Chibi, basically like super extending that shadow range.
Oh, TP already down. Here comes Virgie with the Conceal. They pull back. I don't think they're going to get an inhibitor off of this, and this is precious time that Team Vamos is more than happy to delay. As long as TR don't get an inhibitor, it's a win in Vamos' book.
Yeah, I mean, like, watching this game, Vamos is known for, like, you know, messy team fights, over aggression and stuff like that, but this is, like, very un-Vamos-esque for me. Like, the fact that they're being, like, very defensive in the early and mid, and then now when it comes to the team fight, they're, like, trying this very cheesy combo of using the Lu Yi with the Hanzo. Like, it is good. It works, for sure, but it just doesn't feel like Vamos.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that is due to the draft. I'm not going to lie, the draft has pretty much dictated like a majority of how they needed to play the game. And since none of the situations in the early game actually worked out for them, it makes sense. Oh, the TB actually goes through, and Chibi finds all 3 of the members. He gets trapped! One-shots him! And now he might even get a second kill, but the Ghost Burster stops it as now they move forward. The Tsunami Slime gets right on top of Eevee as Clockhood takes him out. Vengeance ain't gonna protect you. Lazir's trying to run, but Smooth won't let him go. Curtain Call right on top. They just saw him use the Sever, and now Nespresso finds the kill. Vamos is back.
Yeah, Vamos is in good position here. And again, like, it's kind of cheesy, but it really does work. Like, it makes it so that Hanzo has that big of a range. And honestly, it's working out pretty well. But Team Ray, they gotta stop falling for it.
Yeah, they have to stop falling for it, right? You have so much control over this map as well. It shouldn't be like this, but Team Ray, I mean, they're not accelerating anytime soon, and Team Vamos naturally has been making sure that they are scaling up. This was all part of their plan, and Team Ray just could not end it quick enough.
Yeah, and now the Lord has spawned. So far, Vamos has been winning the team fights, but Team Ray has been winning those neutral objectives. I want to see if this time Vamos can have a cleaner kind of engage or cleaner team fight against Team Ray, and then just win it all, you know, get 2 or 3 kills, get a Lord, and then push to end.
Yep, I think that Eevee, if any... Oh, hold on. Right on top of Zorn so far. All right, Tsunami Slime's going to come out as well. Vengeance is already down. Expresso chunked out so low, forced to conceal and walk away. The Netherrealm is out too, but Clockhood, nobody's going to save him. 3 flickers out, everything thrown at the wall, and Team Ray unshaken.
Oh, Chibi wants to go back in, and
Nope.
Burgess goes, yeah, no, not going to happen. So this Lord is going over to Team Ray because even Clockhood, he can't diversion the Hanzo into a good position. So Team Ray able to force out a fight and then catch Vamos lacking.
Yeah, 3 flickers. All of them flickered roughly around the same time. They knew they were in a lot of trouble. Good job for Lazir to actually find the initial engagement after Virgie walks up with the ejector. Either way, it worked out very nicely for them. I mean, you would imagine that at this stage of the game, that trap is going to start scaling up because like Wan is like the mid-range, no, not really mid-range, mid-game sort of marksman in comparison to Nespresso, who right now can basically blow anybody up if they get too close.
Pause. Chibi right now, he does find Lazir. That was so fast.
And he's gone.
That was so fast.
Okay, thanks. Bye. Thanks for the postcard, sir. We're going to walk into your base now. Now the inhibitors are under threat. Lord already rams itself down by the bottom side. Wave building up on top.
Oh yeah, they don't have a lot of wave clear here as well, so...
Oh, no.
Yeah, but at least we see the Team Ray, they're just being cautious not to get caught by Zorn or Clockhood.
Yeah. I think the hardest part is figuring out how to deal with this flank. Chibi going straight for that front line onto Eevee. Oh, the Winter Crown comes out very nicely. Here comes the Netherrealm as well. Tsunami Slime already instantly broken mid-air. They need to walk away. They're kind of low. This could be an opportunity. Smooth finds Dinesh. Here comes the TP right into the Pixel Burst. Eevee sees it too late. Trap has to outplay the scenario. On top of Smooth, he can't do much with the Vengeance. They find the fight they were looking for. Team Vamos turn it around.
Yeah, and look at Lazir, he's all alone. What's the idea here? Does he want the turn? Like, oh, maybe he just wants to kill Chibi. If he can kill Chibi, that's...
Oh, he finds him! Soul Sever Shadow Form inside! Oh my goodness, Winter Crown tries for it! Unfortunately, Chibi regenerates back up and Nespresso takes out Lazir. Holy cow.
That was cool.
That was a cool fight.
Lazir, Chibi, that was just like timings. Winter Crowns, like, that was cool. That was cool.
He went, not today, kid, and Chibi went, no, not today, kid. No, wait, hold on, it's not over yet, not today. And then the Winter Crown comes out, not today!
No, he's like, I gotcha. And then Chibi's like, no, you. He didn't have a good comeback. So he's just like, no, you.
He got me. He got me, sir. With a no you. How could he? With that being said, looking at the damage dealt, Trap is doing a pretty good job. He's getting it down, but he's not living long enough in these fights to apply it effectively.
I wonder if he wants to go a bit more cheesy and actually invest in a Hasclaw. Some 1-1 players have tried it. I don't think it's optimal, but maybe in a very niche situation where you're just going up against a Hanzo, maybe you could consider, like, basically, like,
I don't think it's that bad here. Yeah. I see where you're coming from. The extra sustainability. Actually, I would like to see his item build, but hold on. First, the Tsunami Sign coming up from Zorn with the unstoppable force. Instantly with the flicker backwards onto Nespresso's side. He's low, forcing Chibi back into his human form. Zorn will end up dying. Kalkun needs to bail out. However, he gets pulled back by the Shadow Stampede, and now Smooth is done for as he gets chased down. The last members of Vamos have bitten more than they could chew.
Oh, and right now, Trap looking for Chibi. Chibi looks like he's going to survive, but 3 minions. Is this going to be enough? Nets and Chibi, can they clear this?
Oh, they're trying. Winds of Nature already popped the minions so low. They crack it just in time, and Nespresso is able to take 2 with him. A triple kill.
It's weird that I feel like for both teams, they're being so sweaty. And now Nets trying real hard, just like, I'm going to solo protect the base. Look at that base. It was just maybe 1.5 basics away from actually getting destroyed.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable that this game, 20 minutes here. And Team Vamos just showing, hey, raw instinct, raw mechanics can get you pretty far, but at least we got rid of those minions in time.
What did I tell you, Gideon? We had a 2-0-2-0. High chance that the third game is going to be a 2-1.
Could be. It could be. For all intents and purposes, it's still anybody's game. 2 missing inhibitors compared to 1 missing inhibitor. The advantage is to Team Vamos on this fight. With no immortality, Trap switches back over to the Winds of Nature. Oh, Chibi, this is nasty.
Yeah, using the diversion just to send him to clear the lane far away. Honestly, I do like this combination, the Louis as well as the Hanzo.
Yeah, the map play is quite fun to watch, and it also puts Team Ray at a significant disadvantage. It's so hard for them to sit on top of the pit.
I wonder if Team Ray can do anything about this, because if not, the Lord is going to get taken down. Conceal goes in.
Oh, they're going to try. GB takes it at the end of the day. Unstoppable Force comes out. Winter Crown already popped for Kalkun. He's trying to disengage the team and perfectly does so with a yin-yang reaction.
Let me just shout out, Nets as well as Kalkun were very good because, and honestly, Virgie was going for Kalkun, and then Kalkun wintered, and then very fast reaction. Virgie's like, okay, I got to go somewhere else. Oh, speaking of somewhere else, GB gets taken down. But yeah, anyways, he went for Nets, and Nets, you know, just it's like the timing's perfect. Flickered away, saved himself.
Yep, has to. It's happened too many times. He's been ejected into the enemy team so many times. Wait, Tsunami Slime's already through, but now here comes the Nether Realm. This is not a good position to play from, especially with Kalkun getting so much value. Nespresso takes out Dinesh, no problem. And now they're going straight for the end. Trap tries, but he gets stunned up by Zorn, and that's going to be the end game scenario as Team Vamos takes game number 1.
I can't believe it, Gideon. We were talking about close on, close off.